oh, I thought I made this video already. But the answer is no. Now, I took this deck to the Nikke Meister Cup. We have a gameplay video up and everything. I'm sorry about that. So this is late, but hey, you know what? It's fine, I guess. Let's talk about Nikke. Now, there are two Nikke decks that everybody know. There's the Bar Bunnies, which is this one right here, and the dog. The dog is currently on the watch list, so if that goes away, you can play this. Today, we're going to cover the Choice Door Nikke build that centers around Tia and Naga. Tia and Naga. The Asuna and Karen of Nikke if you play Blue Archive. Now, I thought I had a Tia and Naga mat, but I don't, so that's going to be on the to-buy list. So with that, let's get started with our level zeros. Lizard's Protection Tia used to be the most expensive card in the deck, but the previously mentioned dog deck uses the level 1 combo that we use in this deck. You'll see. She cannot side attack, so everything has to be a front attack, and when this is sent to the waiting room, you ditch a card, top check 4, add a character. So you could squish her and she gets that effect off. The only issue is that she can't side attack, but you could easily work around that. Now we're going to do some one-ofs. My Word, My Bond, Solene is a drop searcher and on play from hand. You pay 2, choose one of your opponent's characters, and you can move it to an open position on the center stage. She is essentially a grappling hook, and you mainly run her for her first effect, but I have used the grappling hook before. Folkwang states that on play from hand, you could ditch a card, top check 4, add a level 1 or higher card. Now, we do run a lot of level 1 or higher cards in this deck. Now, Delta is on play from hand, rearrange them in any order, and she is a drop salvage. And after you salvage, you power pump 1k power. She does have a reprint as a PR card in Japan, but we run this one. Scarlet Black Shadow states that on play from hand, you could pay 1 climax swap from the deck. So she is your climax grabber. And when this is sent to the waiting room, you can put 1 blue card from your waiting room to the bottom of your clock, top check 2 cards, add a level 1 or lower character to your hand. What is nice is that she does count herself, so when she is sent to the waiting room, you could use the exact one that is sent to the waiting room as cost. Now this is more of a standby card, but it still kind of works in this deck. Rappy Classic Vacation is on play from hand if you have 2 or more other characters, so she doesn't count herself. You draw 1, ditch 1, and when you play a climax, you can bounce this card back into your hand. Choose a character, and they gain 1k power, and on attack, top check 2, add 1 to the top of your deck, and you ditch the other one. So essentially, you choose what to trigger. Very solid on your draws, and the choosing what to trigger really does help out in this deck. Now, Detective Conan, wait, we're in the United States. Case Closed Novel is a global 500 and act. Rest this card. Choose a Nikke character in your waiting room and a card in your level, and you swap them. So this one, you need to have this in your deck. Our level 3s do have experience, and you use this so you're not super reliant on your draws and your clock. This lets you set up your level area super easily and consistently. Here's one of our brainstormers, Red Hood. She's a tap self-salvaging brainstorm, and she has another effect that's really long, and I'm really lazy, so it's right here on the screen. Use the second effect a little more just so you could get rid of problematic cards. Here's a trial deck card. Honed Sword Skill Scarlet states that on play from hand, this gains 500 power equal to the number of cards in your clock. And on play from hand, you can put the top card of your stock to your clock, top check up to 6, add a character, ditch the rest. Then top check 2 cards and rearrange them in any order. She didn't really need that last effect, but she does, so it's great. This card is really good. Highly recommend running this card. And you could use her second effect, get a card in your clock, and then use her first effect, which power pumps. Because both effects activate at the exact same time when she is played on hand, you get to choose which one to use first. So it's dependent on the situation. And the final level 0 is this Alice, Sweet Home. On play from hand, you could ditch a character and draw a card. And on play from hand, you could top check your deck, and if it's a character, add it to your hand, then you ditch a card. Gains you a resource and fixes your hand. Super solid. All right, let's get to the level 1s. Boom, install Eleg. Oh shit, that is a tummy. She's a 1k backup and ditch 2 cards, anti-early drop, where you send the card to the memory. And we run 1 Jackal. You could definitely bump this up depending if you don't want to run the Red Hoods. During your turn, if all of your characters are Nikke, this gains 4k power, so she is going to be at 7k base. And she is a pay 1, tap 2, searching Brainstorm. And we do have 3 powering up Mirandas. This gains 3k power during your turn, and on attack, pay 1, Twin Drive. Rush your choice triggers quickly. And here is our level 1 combo. It is the Modernia. First affection, she gains 4k power if you have 2 or more other characters, and on attack, if you have first affection in play, which is this card right here, you top check your deck and you salvage equal to the card revealed. And if you revealed a level 2 or higher card, you stock it. The climax is a 1k1 and a door when triggered. Imagine if this was a cigarette, holy shit. This is still super solid, and she has a soul trigger as well. She is going to be at 7k on climax, which is standard, but still really damn good. And we have one level 2, and it is the Dorothy. She is a pay 1, 3k backup, and when you use this card's backup, choose a character and they gain this effect. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, send it to their memory. You'll see what combo we use this card with. Alright, let's go to the level 3s. To my greatest friend's Red Hood. Don't worry about the climax combo effect. If you really do care, it's right over here. But we're not going to worry about that. On play from hand or from memory, but that doesn't matter. In this case, she gains 4k5 power, and when your battle opponent is reversed, you clock shoot. And at the beginning of your encore step, send this card to the memory. So that last part kind of sucks, but you get a nice clock shoot and a problematic card out of the way. And because of player priority, they do not get their on reverse effects. So you get rid of problematic cards, and if you played a climax 14k5, you're going to be reversing a good amount of things. Now we do have 2 different Modernia cards. New World Modernia is on play from hand. You play a character whose level is equal to or lower to your level, and it gains 2k power. And on attack, ditch 2, Icy Tail 4. So your opponent mills the bottom 4 cards of their deck and you burn equal to the amount of climaxes revealed. Now this punishes super compressed decks. You also get a free character from your hand with a nice power boost. Really, really nice card. And then the other one that we have is Pure Love Modernia. We don't really worry about her first effect as much because we don't play that card. But on play from hand, you choose a character from your clock and you put it to the bottom of your deck. And on attack, pay 3, ditch 2, burn 4. Now with these 4, play with the ratios. If you want more of the New World Modernias, if you want more of the Red Hoods, if you just want to completely ditch out the Red Hoods, you know, it's all up to player preference. And now that I say these effects out loud, I kind of want more of the Icy Tails, especially today's meta. So yeah, adjust it how you want to play. And here we have an Uma Musume card. Gold and Ship is a 3/4 counter event. You cannot play this if you do not have a character. And choose one character, and that character gains the following ability until the end of the turn. This card cannot be reversed, and choose a character in battle, and they cannot deal damage to a player. We'll come back to this card in a bit. And now for the combo. We're going to start off with our favorite brown girl. Maybe second favorite, I don't know. Third favorite? Fourth favorite. As long as we're friends, Naga has experience. If you have a copy of her and this Tia Sugary Sweets, that's the climax, and this Tia Sugary Sweets in your level zone, she is an early play and climax combo at the beginning of your encore step if you have Dazzling Cupid in play and this is in your center stage. And if you have 2 or more other characters, choose 2 cards in your waiting room, shuffle them back into your deck. Now notice how it says cards. The play is you shove your climaxes back in your deck at your level 2 to stall out a little bit. We'll do a little combo at the end. And here is Sugary Deserts Tia. Same early play condition as the Naga. You need to have this one and her in your level zone for an early play. Hence why this card here works so well. This is a global 1k5 if it is in the center stage and climax combo at the start of your encore step. If you have the same climax as the Naga, which again, it's this one right here. This gains 4k5 power and cannot be chosen by your opponent's effects. And she gains great performance, which is Bodyguard. All right, that is a lot. Let's do a quick combo example. Whoa, jump cut. I'm going to show y'all how to do this combo. So we have our Naga and we have our Tia. Now these are going to be in your level zone. You have to have these in your level zone for this combo to work at all. Again, making sure this is in your back row. So that way, if you have cards in your waiting room and if you don't have these, you could just rest it and swap it. So very important to be on field. Clock does not matter. Stock does matter. At your level 2, you want to have at least 6 stock. I tried to do it cool, it didn't work out. Now, ideally, assuming as well, you're going to have more than 6 stock if you're playing the game correctly. So you have your experience, you fulfill early play condition. You could play 1, Tia, pay 2. one Naga, pay 2, and another one, pay 2. There we go, now it's in frame. Your second back row doesn't really matter. I like having this Rappy here, just because of the twin drive effect, just because it's nicer. So we gotta play our climax. You know, if you have the Rappy, you could activate the Rappy effect. So now these effects activate at the Encore step. So make sure you play around your opponent's backups if they revealed any. Attack order doesn't really matter. So you could just swing, swing, swing. Doesn't really matter again. There you go. We're gonna get our third 3. So now the Encore step, this one right here is gonna get Bodyguard, so all attacks must go to her, and she is gonna gain 4k5 power. So she's gonna be at 13k5 plus this. She's gonna be at 14k. That is pretty hefty. And now this effect activates. You can send up to 2 cards back into your deck. Like I've mentioned, you want to send these climaxes back. So with her effect, you'll shuffle in 2. You put it in your deck, shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then her effect activates. You'll take 2 more, put them back in your deck, shuffle, 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 shuffle. You're basically stalling for time. And if your deck is fairly compressed, you're going to be canceling quite a bit. And now that this Tia right here has great performance, or Bodyguard, you can bust out these backups right here. Now the Dorothy is the memory shooter, and the golden ship, this card cannot be reversed, and your opponent cannot deal damage to a player. Now this one you can use at a level 2, this one you are gonna have to wait at a level 3, but since all attacks have to go to the middle position, drop this on her, and the effect lasts until the end of the turn. So if they front attack it again, they'll get another character to the memory, and if they front them again, it gets another character in the memory. Now this one, although it only works at a level 3, it's still really, really solid. There were games where I've kept this simple board for about 2 turns, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we're near our level 2, going into our level 3, and I've just been stalling and stalling and stalling. And yes, you are vanilla swinging with these, and that is where these come into play. Your secondary level 3 finishers. The Red Hood, I've played it occasionally, but these two have gotten me the games multiple times. If your opponent is super compressed, get the Modernia, and if you think you're just gonna do a Hail Mary play, get the Pure Love Modernia. There we go. That's the combo. And there we have it, the choice door build. You can use the level 1 choice if you want. You can use the level 1 choice combo if you want. I don't. It is cheaper though. And remember, this is tailor-made to how I play. Modify things for your play style. Change the ratios around. And if you do run this deck, let me know in the forums below what changes you have made. Major thank you to all of my channel members scrolling up over here. It is with their support that we have the sleeves. Next up is the mat. Thank you all again. See you all in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Peace.